When you are feeling overwhelmed or anxious, what does help calm you down?
Weed.
Okay. Are you growing that on the farm too?
I'm joking.
Is it
no,
legal?
I aren't growing that on the farm. No, I don't think that's legal actually. But yeah, no, honestly, meditation, mindfulness, you know, being grateful for things.
Are you doing meditation apps or are you doing it just alone?
Myself, yeah, just sit and breathe and think about things in nice, quiet, you know, contemplative place and think about things. And I think it always is helpful to name like 3 things you're grateful for, and everything else kind of like subsides a little bit.
Should we do that right now?
Yeah.
What are 3 things you're grateful for?
For Kai, first and foremost, I'm grateful for my career, and I'm grateful for my family.
Wow, beautiful. Yeah. Throughout your career, there have been instances, and kind of like what we were just talking about, like so much pressure on you where people are going to take things out of context and looking at you. Like there have been a few instances where people are looking for you to respond publicly during an emotional, personal situation. Like, how do you handle that pressure?
Again, it's not really a pressure. Like, I feel like there's a pressure on you if you feel a need to argue a point, or, you know, you feel so adamant that you need to rectify what's been said. Me personally, if it's not true, I don't give a shit. Like there's so many things that people say that are untrue. And if I was gonna sit there and go through all them things, I won't have any time in my day to do anything else. Like, so I just try not to think about it. I'm not really a social media person. I don't have social media on my phone. If there's something that's going on social media, I speak to my manager or my assistant and say, put this up on social media. I don't scroll, don't do the doom scrolling shit. So I don't see anything. You know, I just kind of live in my own world.
Yeah.
And it's nice. There isn't no pressure for me in that sense because I don't allow that pressure to be in my life.
That's great. Obviously, you have been on massive tours before, but during those you were on the stage with other people. This time you're out there by yourself. How are you approaching it? And how does it feel different than having 4 people standing next to you?
Yeah, the first couple of shows I did on the Stairway to the Sky tour, it was kind of weird, you know. I'd done a couple of odd songs here and there, like on TV shows and stuff, like one song, but I'd not done like a whole show. So yeah, it was a little bit strange, you know. It took a little bit of adjustment, not being able to look to somebody else singing. But I have my band on stage with me. But yeah, not much conscious like decision making, like, oh, I'm gonna do this different from the band.
What can fans, if they haven't been, expect from a Zayn show?
Hopefully some decent vocals, not too much movement. Me just kind of stood center stage.
Would you ever do a little dance?
It's not really my thing.
Yeah.
Like, I've self-professed always to never really be a dancer in that sense. I don't think I take myself serious enough to like pull that off, you know? Like,
why can I like not picture you dancing?
Because it's just a weird thought. Yeah, even if you put me on AI dancing, it looks a bit weird.
You're like, that's definitely AI. You're like, if you see me dancing online, that is AI.
That's AI.
That was never me. You recently are, I know you said you don't have social media, but I'm assuming this has come back to you. You are all over the internet right now because you made a joke the other night on stage about people's high ticket prices.
I never specified no names, you know? People have high ticket prices all over the place. Could have been talking about anybody. Take it as you want.
Fair. Okay, can we talk about your new music? What themes are you really diving into on this album?
Yeah, so the new album Konnakol is the derivative of a lot of inspiration from, you know, my Indian heritage and culture. I've always put, you know, like little subtle things in there, little ad libs here and there, even on Dust Till Dawn with Sia. And it's something I've always liked to show the world, you know, like I can sing like this too. So we went into that a little bit more. Konnakol is, in its definition, is the act of creating percussive sounds with your voice, so like drum sounds. So I made a lot of the production out of my own voice. So I'm singing like layers and layers of different vocals to make the beat. And once we started doing it, like off like for first 3-4 songs, I was like, yeah, the whole record needs to be like this. So just went into that and drew a lot of inspiration from that. Yeah.
So when we're listening to this, we can know that a lot of what we're hearing is actually your own voice.
Is my voice, even the drum sounds and stuff, yeah, on some of them, yeah, like they're being affected to make them sound like a drum, but I'm singing them.
Oh, that's sick.
Da 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 ma da ma da 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 ma da ma da. That's the drum rhythm too.
Wait, that makes it even. This is just giving me even more color to what to expect. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit about your new single, "Die for Me"?
I've had that song for years.
Okay.
I've had that song for like 5-6 years, I think. I had it even before Room. Caught it a while ago, and it was just a great song, but it didn't feel like it fit on Room because Room was such a raw, like different kind of like singer-songwriter project thing. That it felt too, produced and too clean and crisp, but I didn't write that song. Yeah. I have no problem professing when I don't write songs either. It was just a banger of a song. I heard it and they asked if I wanted it. So I said, yeah, and I caught it and it turned out really well, yeah.
Did you relate to any of the themes of like?
For sure, yeah. I'd be silly if I said I didn't relate to the themes. I did, definitely. But I also felt the power of the song. Like, it feels like it's a big like radio song. And I wanted to come back with that kind of energy,
When you are personally writing and you're writing about a specific situation or a specific person, like, have you ever shown people music ahead of time that's going to be about them, or are you like, no way?
If it's about them, never. No, yeah.
Have you had people call you and be like, Zayn, is this one about me?
I honestly, I think if anyone knows me, like, they'd know it was about them, Like, they don't need to call me. Like, they know me well enough at that point. They're like, this song's definitely about me.
They're like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
What song of yours from this album were you the most nervous to have be released?
It's interesting. There's a few songs on there. There's a song on there called Side Effects that I was a bit like, I don't know if I want to put this out. And then the more and more I listened to it, I was like, you know what? It's honest, it lives in reality, and I'm sure so many people have felt this way. So for that reason, I was like, it needs to go on there. Yeah, it's real.
The theme of that one, I'm pretty sure, is the one where you kind of talk about the shortcomings. Is that one of kind of being
like the side effects of loving me, instead of like how you made me feel from loving you. It's like, I understand that I might have made you feel a type of way too, you know what I mean?
It's pretty mature.
Self-admittance.
Yeah, it takes a lot to admit that it does take two to tango, and when there's issues, it's not just one person. We have obviously discussed you're a pretty private person. Like, how do you decide when you want to share parts of your life in music? Because that, again, like, people can read into things. Like, how much do you put thought into that?
For me, it's like, at the end of the day, I could, right now, after this interview, go on Twitter, or I could go on Instagram, and I could put something real cheap up on there, you know what I mean? Get a quick reaction. For me, with the music, it has so much more class to it. It's poetry, there's thought gone into it, there's production. It's classy, So that's why I'm like, yeah, I'll talk about these things here because it's art and it stays there. It's not just a random fucking text, you know what I mean?
It's not a tweet.
No, it's not a tweet.
You're like, just listen to it in the song, okay? I said enough. How do you feel when people try to connect the dots of, oh my gosh, speculating about these lyrics must be about this person?
People are always going to do that. Even if I bring a song out next week about, I always wanted to be a clown and be in the circus, people will be like, oh shit, Zayn wanted to be a clown in the circus, you know what I mean? Yeah, I don't really feel a type of way about it. Like, they're always going to say something. And the music that I use and the songs that I write myself usually have some correlation to my reality too. So I'm cool with that, yeah. They can connect the dots wherever they want. They might not always connect them correctly, but that's what makes it interesting.
Yeah. Okay, top 3 favorite songs from the album.
Top favorite 3, okay. Used to the Blues is definitely my favorite, I think. It's just different. Feels a bit different for a Zayn song. So got a bit more of a hip hop like production to it. Really like Side Effects, and there's another song called Sideways.
Okay. Favorite lyric?
I miss looking at you sideways.
When did you come up with that one?
A while ago.
It's been in your notes app.
Yeah.
You were wondering when you should.
When do I release this to the world?
And when you write something like that, is that you sitting on the farm, daydreaming or meditating, having a thought and being like, that's an interesting line, and then you write it down?
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
When do you think you have those revelations of a new lyric the most? Like, is it when you're in the studio? Is it when you're just chilling at home?
Usually the best lyrics, yeah, they don't come like when you've planned to be in the studio. You can plan as much as you want, but my lyrics usually come to me late at night. Like, I'm a bit of a night owl. That time just before you go to sleep is a weird one for me because I don't go to sleep. I just stay awake, like writing things, because my mind's just going crazy at that time. But in this like studio run, I managed to get a lot out in the studio session. So I think it just really depends. You know, if you've got a bit of information pent up, ready to go, it'll be there for you. If you're not really living any life, doing anything, then probably not gonna have shit to talk about, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I just thought about that as you're saying a lot of things come to you at night. I'm like, okay, I miss looking at you sideways. I'm assuming is basically you're like laying in bed and you're staring at each other while your heads are both on the pillow, and you can't help but think like, yeah, that may have come to you while you were laying there wishing that person was there.
Yeah.
Okay, love that. Okay, what are you most proud of with this album?
Honestly, the fact that people still give a shit. I'll be honest with you, like 5 solo albums now. I was just buzzing that, you know, I got to do a first one, like after the band, like people seem to care, you know. Some 5 records deep now, so I guess I'm really proud of the progression and just the development and understanding of myself through my music, you know.
What do you want fans to take from this album?
I want them to get a bit more insight on, you know, maybe my culture and heritage, and maybe even, you know, find a new word. I don't know if too many people are familiar with the word Konnakol. Yeah.
Okay. When you think back to who you were when you first started your career to who you are sitting here today, how would you describe your evolution as an artist?
Fucking huge arc, you know. From standing on stage in Manchester, singing Mario, Let Me Love You, a cappella, not knowing what production was, anything, wearing my uncle's clothes. There's been a bit of progression, you know. I'd like to say I've developed my own style a little bit. I know a bit more about music. I know what key is now. I know what pitch is, all these things that I had no clue of, yeah. So there's been a lot of development, but I think, again, just to bring it back there, the most development has been in me as a human being, you know, like just growing.
Yeah. What do you think overall when you look back at that young boy on that stage singing Mario, Let Me Love You to now, like, what do you wish?
Big balls.
No, literally.
Big balls. 17-year-old kid don't have a clue. He's so confident. What is he doing?
So cute. Is there anything at that point you wish you could have told your younger self? Now,
I say it all the time. Yeah, I wish I could go back to that 17-year-old version of me and say, well done, like, for being that brave. Like, because I don't know if somebody asked me in my 30s, if I had no experience before, would you go stand and sing in front of Simon Cowell? I would have done it, you know? I would have been like, no way.
Wow. And look where it got you.
Yeah.
It was an honor to sit down with you again. I think back to being in Pennsylvania with you. I remember, well, first of all, that was just so weird because you literally walked through my parents' house and I was like, I'm struggling. Like, you're walking through my parents' doors and like, I grew up here.
It was so
and,
nice though. It was so cool. It was such a different environment. Like for me to be in like a house and doing an interview, I think that's why the interview went well. It felt good and relaxed and chill. It didn't feel like a intrusive interview. It felt like we were just chatting as friends. Yeah.
It was really fun and you were so sweet and you brought me a housewarming gift, even though that was—
I got you some more stuff as well.
Zayn,
yeah,
you got me so much stuff. My team was like, do you want to come see all this? I was like, You bought me basically everything I could have thought of and more.
I heard that you like all the same stuff as me, so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to send you some stuff.
All the snacks, all the merch.
Loads of British stuff in there.
I know. Yeah. I saw it. Trust me. I've already gotten into it. I was eating the chips. Nice. I was like, you're a real one. Thank you. But no, it's been really cool to get to know you. And I think like my favorite thing about my job is to get to progress with someone where it's like we met at a certain period in time, and then to now sit here with you, like you feel more relaxed, like you feel more at ease. Yeah. And I don't know what you would attribute that to, but like I can feel it in you, and it's really cool to see that.
I appreciate you saying that. Yeah, no, obviously that interview that we did was like one of the first interviews I'd done in a long time. So again, it's that like anxiety, you know, preempting what the situation's going to be, and then you're there, and it's very different, you know. It has been 3 years since then. I've been working a lot more, been getting into the rhythm of things, and I feel a lot more chill and a lot more confident, you know, in this environment, and I'm enjoying myself. Yeah.
Well, I'm happy you called me, and I think we're going to have to do this again in 3 years.
Let's do it.
You guys didn't actually think we were done yet, did you? Zayn and I obviously have a little surprise to end the night. So, let's go. You have to stop giving me gifts. Zayn.
It's just noodles. It's not nothing that expensive. It's some crisp noodles.
I'm dead at this.
Yeah.
Stick the chips in the noodles.
Yeah. And I got you this too.
Zayn, how much have you spent on the boo-boos?
We won't discuss that on camera. Welcome.
Oh my God, wait, Zayn, this is sick. You know. It's like the calm before the storm. I am so happy we got to reunite. Thank you so much for just letting me into the behind the scenes of your world. I'm so happy for you. This has been such a massive success. I can't wait for the album. And more importantly, I can't wait to see you out there tonight.
Thank you so much.
Love you. You're the best.
I hope you have a good time tonight.
Oh my God, I will.
Hopefully I can put on a good show for you.
Dance for us out there.
All right, yeah.
Like, not a chance.
Get a little wiggle going.
Bye, Zayn.
See you later, Alex.